Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, this lesson is going to be about um, basically the most important woman in the world, or I guess you could say um, like female figure or example. All right, it's wisdom. All right, and wisdom in the Bible is basically a reference to or described as a woman. All right, it's described as a woman. Just like to the Lord, we are described as a woman. All right, as a whole tribe. Okay, you know, it's saying the scriptures say that the Lord um, described us as a calm and delicate woman. All right, it describes us as a woman. All right, it describes both our nations to a marriage, because we're supposed to be married to the Lord, but because of spiritual fornication, the Lord divorced us. All right, so the Lord looks at us like we're His bride. Okay, and us as a nation, we went out whoring after different gods. So that's spiritual fornication. So the Lord looks at us like we're His woman, and we are looking. We are supposed to look at wisdom like a woman, also, because it's described as a woman. All right. So, you know, this is supposed to be our real lover. Okay. You know, we're supposed to fall in love with wisdom and live with wisdom forever. All right, and never cheat on wisdom, because when you do that, you know what I mean, it's sin, and then the wages of sin is death. All right, but to fall in love with wisdom is basically falling in love with God. It's falling in love with Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. You know, because it all coincides with all that. You know, what I'm saying with your relationship with the Lord, man. All right. When you fall in love with wisdom. So with that, let's start off with this Proverbs 5:18. It says, "Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth." It says, "Let her be as the loving hide in pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always in her with her love." All right. So you know this is like it's a psalm, really. You know what I mean? Because you know Proverbs and Psalms are like songs. You know, it's wisdom. You know, Proverbs, and it's like this is like what you would say like a spiritual R&B song. You know. So it's speaking about like a woman, wisdom as a woman. All right. So when you go to, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 6:12. It says, "Wisdom is glorious and never fades away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her, and fond of her of such and found of such as seek her." All right. So when you're seeking wisdom, you're gonna find her. All right. But it says that she is easily seen of them that love her. So you gotta love wisdom. All right. And what is love according to the Bible? I believe it's 1 John 5:3. I believe it is. All right, yep. 1 John 5:3. It says, "For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous." So that's love. That's true love right there. So how do you love wisdom? By holding on to wisdom, by seeking wisdom. All right, and when you're doing that, you're keeping the commandments of the Lord. All right, because now you're pleasing the Lord. It all coincides with each other. All right, everything goes together perfectly. All right, let's go with Colossians 3:16. It says, "Let the word of Yahushua dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord." All right? So we're supposed to teach wisdom, all right, and admonishing one another, all right, in these psalms and in these hymns. This is our spiritual songs, all right? Like I said earlier in that Proverbs 5:18 and through 19, it's like a spiritual R&B song where it talks about the breast of the woman and all that and how you should love her, you know? So when you look up the word wisdom in the Greek, it's a name. Sophia is a female name, you know? So we supposed to seek Sophia, all right? So Sophia is wisdom, all right? So we're supposed to love Sophia, all right? Love wisdom, all right? So, and just to make a quick point, when I said earlier about how the Lord described us as a woman, as a nation, all right? And how we're not supposed to cheat on the Lord, all right? This is how the Lord looked at us, you know, as a nation, all right? Because we didn't love wisdom. We left Sophia, all right, and went a-whoring after other gods. Jeremiah 3:8, it says, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not and went and played the harlot also. All right, so we committed spiritual fornication with the Lord, and it described us as her. All right, and the Bible describes us as she, because the Lord looked at us like a woman. All right, just like we look at wisdom as a woman, fall in love. We got to fall in love with wisdom. So when you fall in love with wisdom, you fall in love with Yahweh, Yahushua. All right, but because we didn't fall in love with wisdom, the Lord didn't even consider us a nation. He considered us like another heathen nation. All right. So, the Lord, uses examples of us as a woman and wisdom as a woman. So we got to fall in love with Sophia. All right. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.